Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here to rank some Devour maps with SKAM. Have our
That's me.
list made. We're going to do it in release order, and we have 4 different criterias. We got the map, Azazel, the objective, and then the demon. That's kind of how the rankings are going to work. So we'll get started with the first map that released, the Farmhouse. You want to give your, I don't know how you want to do it, just do it in order, I
You,
guess.
no, yeah, you know what? You can take it away. I'll hold for a second.
Alright. So for the Farmhouse, the map is, it's the first map. It's pretty basic. They went through and redid the map like a year or two ago. Gave it a little uplift 'cause it looked the worst out of all of them since it was the first. We're ranking each of them out of 5 between those 4 categories for a total out of 20. I gave the map design a 3. I thought it's good. It's the first map, and I just think it's average. Not too big, not too small. Little hard to get away in the house because of how tight the corners in that are. So I just gave it a 3.
You want me to say map design? Or are we just doing
Yeah,
that by category? Okay.
yeah, I thought we'd just do it by category here.
Okay, yeah. So I gave the map a 4.
Okay.
Um, I mean, you do have like some pretty open areas in the back, and the house design itself. I mean, it's a farmhouse. So I mean, you get kind of the idea, and it fits sort of the vibe that they were going for. And it's the original map, so you got to give them kind of a little bit of leeway. It's like the original idea of what they were wanting to do.
Yeah.
But I knocked it down one because there those tight corridors at certain parts, especially on the bottom floor of the house,
Yeah,
can
that's
kind of.
what there's gonna be other maps coming up that I have the exact same issue with, but it's worth. But
But I gave it a nice 4.
yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I just gave it 3. I thought it was mid, but it's the first map. If you want to give it extras, because fine. But for Zazel, I also just gave it 3. I thought she's kind of scary looking. She's not bad. I almost gave her 4, and I wouldn't disagree with the 4. I thought she was pretty creepy, but at the same time, she's just like a, I don't know, woman running around. It's nothing too.
For the Azazel, who is it? I don't even know which girl it is. It's not Molly, it's the other one. I don't. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's the
matter.
other one.
Um,
Yeah, they'll see the
I gave it
picture
a
of her on
4.
it. 4,
I gave
okay.
it a 4. Mainly because, which shout out to the first video we made on Devour. I was when I was in that bottom like TV room, like right by the sliding glass door out the back.
Yep.
I picked up a goat in there and like went to run out into the hallway. Probably one of the biggest jump scares I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it fucked me up bad. So, she gets a 4 out of 5 just for that
Just for the
because.
jump scare. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. So we're basically agreeing. Like I said, I could give either of them a 4. I just gave them a 3, just to make the rankings
Yeah,
kind of make sense too.
I'm just more generous because, I mean, it's the OG map,
Yeah, I
and this
did.
is
I
the
had
whole
this map
basis.
a lot higher in my rankings, but I dropped it because I was giving it too much. I was glazing it too much. I just
Yeah.
went purely just off of the map, not when it came out. But the objective, shocker, I'm also giving it a 3. It's like the original objective. It's cool, but it's like it's the same one you're gonna get on a lot of the other maps. You just lure the thing in and then go put it in there with gas or whatever the map is. I gave it a 3. I thought it was average. It's not too crazy.
Well, surprise, surprise, I gave it a 4.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's, yeah, it's basic, but, I mean, it fits the same sorta, like, standard gameplay loop that I would say at least half the maps do.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of convoluted steps. I think there's one long interact that you have to deal with, and it's the altar is far enough away from the house, and there's a big enough area where you
I
have the
do like
escape
how
route
they did
there.
not like put it in the house. They put that in the house, this map would be a
Yeah,
lot worse. I would hate it.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
only long
So,
interact's pouring the gas or whatever. I think it's
yeah,
gas or whatever it is.
that's the only long interact. So I give it a ding because of the long interact. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's basic, but that's sort of like your core gameplay loop for the majority of the maps here, anyways. So four
Yeah.
out of five.
And then for the demons, if they're what I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I think of it. I didn't even go back and look. I actually gave them a 4. I thought they were like one of the scariest looking ones. Like they're crazy looking. Like yeah, they only crawl, which isn't that crazy, but like I think they look insane. insane for it being the first map. So I actually did give that one a 4, so it bumped it up a little above being average.
I think this is the only one where the demons are just like straight up actual demons, just
Yeah.
like crawling demons. I gave it a 4.
Okay, so you get all 4s. Okay, well, at least we agreed on that one.
4s
I
across the
thought I
board.
thought the
So,
demons, they're probably top 3 in the game. I feel like I don't remember. I'll have to see when I go look at the others. I'm pretty sure it's one of my higher ones. I thought they were pretty cool looking. They could have went
so
basic
total,
with something just like very basic, but they didn't. They went crazy. They kind of went crazy with it and then kind of got worse and worse on some of the maps.
yes, yeah, we'll get to those too.
Yeah.
But total 16 out of 20. It's pretty good. I mean, it's in the upper echelon of the maps.
Okay, so mine's a 13 out of 20 because of 3 3s and a 4. So it sounds a lot different, but I could completely agree with the 16. I just a little bit harsher on it, but I don't disagree really with that take at all. All right, I guess
Okay.
we'll head on to the Asylum, the second map to ever come out, and I think I know where both of us are gonna have it ranked, but for map design, I did give it a 5. I love the setting; it fits the game. Like I think this is the best setting for this game. It fits it perfectly. And as you're going on, like the windows are shattering and like rain's blowing in. Azazel progresses more. I think it is insane with the lightning coming through. And I love the like verticality. The map has like 4 or 5 floors if you include the basement area. And it does have some tight turns, but it is pretty open in other areas. So the only reason that you could knock it a little bit, I guess I could see, is like you have to go down that staircase to the room with the rats, and if you can get pinned down there so easy, but I think it makes it a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, totally agree. For the most part, I also gave the map design a 5. Um, the vibes just between the basement and the main floor, you get the little fireplace, and it's kind of like a cozy feel for as chaotic as it gets. Especially whenever the storm comes in and the fucking windows are
Yeah, no,
exploding
I
and
love
everything.
it. Yeah, like when you get to 9 out of 10, all the windows are just blowing up next to you.
Oh yeah. So another thing I like is you get a lot of options for escape, especially on that second floor. I think there's spots where you can actually drop down off that second floor down to the
Yeah,
bottom.
there's one in that warden's room or whatever they call it. We can drop down to
Yeah.
right above the like rat room.
Just having that as kind of an escape route, I think, really helps with like the oh, what is it? Just like the overall gameplay, it keeps you from getting stuck. Like a lot of tight corridors and dead ends are gonna
Yeah, the only
is what would
spot.
bring it down.
Yeah, the only
But
spot you can
even in
get
the
stuck is
basement,
that one room, the rat room, like the ritual room. I think it's the only room that's only one way.
yeah, yeah, that is. It's the only one. Which whatever. I mean, you're gonna have to do like the risk reward thing. Like, are you ready to go electrocute this rat or not?
Yeah,
you know. And in the basement, you do have the staircase, but don't you have a staircase on two different sides? So you have
where
escape
you start
routes.
at. Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
up 2 different ways.
yeah, you have escape routes on most of the map. So I think that's good. I like the vibe of it, the aesthetic of it, the way it interacts with the storm when it rolls in. All good. 5 out of 5 for sure.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And for Zazel, I also gave it a 5. I'm thinking she's probably the creepiest one in my opinion. I just don't like her when she's running around. It is so creepy the way they have her made. It is just like she doesn't do anything crazy, but I think her look is just extremely creepy, and it fits the map really well.
Absolutely a 5 out of 5. Just yeah, her and her idol animation where she's doing that like
Oh
cartoonish
yeah, like
fucking like
tiptoeing in
creepy.
that.
hmm
Yeah,
First time I saw that, shit my pants. Absolutely terrifying. Design wise, she's definitely the scariest looking. I don't think it's really even all that close,
it's
honestly.
really not.
Um, Absolutely. The first time we played that, and this was, I mean, we played it pretty much right after we played Farmhouse. I was like, oh, holy shit, this is so much scarier.
It's so much
And
more like complex just because the map's more complex, but the way you do the ritual isn't like any harder or anything, but it's just the map is way like more complicated, but in a good
yeah,
way.
yeah, but she's terrifying. She's like this like she's more of like a corpse, like a walking corpse look than the girl in Farmhouse. Um, she's kind of like atrophied and she has like the visible bones and then the fucking crazy hair,
Yeah.
huge like fingernails, and then she's doing that tiptoe thing in the dark, and you see her like approach out of the dark with like only lit by the fireplace that's up there on the main. It's fucking terrifying.
It is pretty dark. There's only a couple fireplaces, which add that like ambience that I really like. How there's only
Yeah,
it's only fireplaces, or you get those lightning strikes later on. You'll see a strike of lightning. You'll see her at the bottom floor going like 100 miles an hour on 9 out of 10. Is insane.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 5 out of 5. Five for map. 5 for Azazel.
Yeah. All
What
right.
else we got?
Got the objective. I gave it a 4. It's not. It's pretty similar to the first one, so I couldn't give it like a 5 or anything. I really do like the rats and like getting the bowls and that. But I don't think it's anything too crazy, so I went ahead and just gave it a 4. Could also give it a 3, but I thought it was a 4. I thought it was still pretty entertaining how you had to electrocute him and get the fuses. It's a little bit more than the other, but not really.
All right, I gave it a 5. So like Farmhouse, it's like the same core gameplay loop. You get the whatever item that you need, like the gas, but it'd be the fuse, and then you have your lure thing, which is like the weird bowls of shit, and
Yeah, I
your
don't know what the
rats.
hell they are.
Um, so it would be a 4 out of 5, but I give it an extra point because I don't think there's any long interacts at all during the objective.
That is true. That's kind of why it's a 4 instead of a 3, like the other one. Yeah,
So it
because
makes sense. Yeah,
you
I
get the
gave it a
rat,
4.
you throw the fuse in, you throw the switch. Yeah, there isn't any.
Yeah, so I gave that a 5. Just the nice bonus of no long interacts.
That is nice because long interacts. We're about to get to a map that like everything's long interact in it. Anything else, or is that you got that pretty well covered?
No, that's pretty much it. It's a standard gameplay loop without long interacts, so it's a 5.
Okay. I guess we'll move on to the demons, the wheelchair people. I don't know what they are like specifically. I don't know if they're like in fates there. Like I don't know what they are, but I gave it a 4. Like I actually had him like lower. I had him like at a 2 at first. Like well, not that bad. Like they're kind of cool looking. They're annoying like all of them are, but you can't really knock them for that. But I gave them a 4. Like they fit the theme pretty well in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I give him a 5, but mainly because I don't really have much experience with them being like super annoying that I can remember. Like some of these, they are extremely up your ass all the time. These aren't like, I mean, they're annoying at times, but I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
I don't remember really complaining about them as much as I have some of these other ones. And then all like just the way they fit the design with like the asylum patient in the wheelchair, and it makes them weird like
well,
sounds.
especially when you start burning them up, they start
Uh-huh.
screaming. No, you're actually
Yeah.
right. That's a good take on it there. I never like was sitting there like, why is there 80 wheelchair people on this staircase that I can't get down now? Like
Yeah,
half
I
these
know.
other
I don't
maps.
remember ever running into something like that with them. So I give them a 5 out of 5. They're not overtly annoying like some of the other ones are, and they fit the theme well enough. So 5 out of 5, making the total a 20 out of 20 for
Yeah,
Asylum.
a perfect 20. Mine is going to be an 18 out of 20. Just 'cause I had a 4 on the objective and 4 on the defense, but that's still really strong. Like it's easily the best map in the game. I don't think that
I don't think there's any
we
debate.
haven't finished our rankings, but I'm gonna assume it's probably our top ranked map. I had that you had another 20 out of 20.
No, no, that's my only 20 out of 20. It. I don't think there's really much debate on it. I think it's the best map in the game. It probably always will be, assuming they add more.
Yeah. I think if they keep adding more, say Carnival's pretty new. They just added that, so I know they
Yeah.
should still be more. I guess so far we got we got Farmhouse and Asylum. Is the end the third map? I'll make sure I get
It
the order
is.
right.
It
Pretty sure it
is.
is. All right,
It
well,
is.
you went from the best, you went from Asylum, and they decided to try something different, and I don't think it worked at all. I think the map design, this map overall in the end, I gave it a 1. I just did not enjoy it at all. I just don't think it fits the theme of the game at all. It feels like this map feels so much different than the other maps in a bad way. I feels like I'm playing a whole different game. I just do not like it. So I gave it a 1. I just the whole map inside is just tight corridors going up and down. Like every room is tiny. There's like 4 ways into every room. There's an upstairs. There's like 4 staircases going up. It's just I get frustrated when I play this map. We played this map to beat it, and we played it again to record it, and I don't ever plan on playing it again unless I got to record.
Yeah, I also gave it a 1. Mainly extremely tight corridors. I mean, I like the aesthetic. You know, it's Japan. What are you gonna do? But just yeah, how tight the corridors and the dead ends and everything are inside, really annoying. And it feels like you can just get lost easy on this map
Yeah, every
specifically.
room
Like
is
a
like
lot of the time, I was
identical.
like, yeah, it's all very samey. So I'm running around. I don't know where the fuck I'm at 99% of the time until I just happen upon an altar. So 1 out of 5. For as good as the aesthetic idea, like the concept for Japan and having that design, I just don't think it came together very well.
It's literally Farmhouse, but worse in every way. Like the outdoor area is useless. There's really nothing out there. There's like 1 or 2 like of the egg pedestal things, I think, but that's it. There's nothing out there.
There's
Like
the
on farm,
cave.
you have to go out there to go to the thing. This one you really I don't think you
Yeah.
do if I remember. I know
Oh,
you have the
there's the hot
pools.
tub. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really know. I don't even know if I said that outside. It's kind of connected. It's kind of outside, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just did.
Yeah.
I think they whiffed. It's the mainly design. They had the like it's cool where it's set, but the map looks identical no matter where you go.
Very
It's
hard to
so and the
navigate.
tight corridors just ruin it. I hate the tight corridors.
There's really almost no options for escape a lot of the time.
Yeah. So the only bright spot I gave for this map actually was Azazel. I think their mechanics were pretty unique. How they produce the eggs for the map, so you kind of have to loosely follow Azazel and know where they're at to know how to get the eggs. And I also really like when there's spider. It's kind of crazy looking when like her head's like upside down doing crazy stuff. And she's one of the few ones, if not the only one, that can check hiding spots if there are hiding spots. She'll actually
Yeah.
check them. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's the only bright spot, or this map would be almost like worse in every category.
What'd you give it?
For that one, I gave it a 4.
4 for the Azazel?
Yeah, I actually thought
Okay.
it was a pretty cool Azazel.
Yeah. I agree that the Azazel's one of the highlights of it. I gave it a 3, but I could definitely see a 4. Very cool design with the spiders. Not necessarily all that scary, especially coming off of Asylum.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's cool that it's more interactive with what the overall objective is, which I think brings the objective score up, but we'll get to that.
yeah.
Decent
Well,
design, she can check hiding spots, but that also kind of fits in like a core gameplay loop thing. But I don't know. Decent enough. Nothing too crazy or terrifying design wise that would like super elevate it, but it is definitely the best part about the inn.
yeah.
Um, so 3 out of 5.
All right. For the objective, like the eggs was cool. I like the way they look. They look cool, but that don't really influence it. I only gave it a 1. I thought the map ruined the objective because of the tight corridors. You're under the same issue of you're trying to find which pedestal the egg belongs on, and don't even get me started on the long interacts are ridiculous. You have to cleanse the pool. You have to dip the egg in it. That's 2 long interacts right there. Then you have to go take the egg and find the right pedestal and hope that you get it on there, or it's just gonna get taken by 300 spiders and you'll never see that thing again.
And
So
isn't that
I
a
gave
long
it a
interact
1.
too? Is that also a long interact?
Yes, you have to
The
pray in
burning the
front of it.
egg?
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure you have to
Yeah,
like
3
pray in
long
front of
interacts
it.
is fucking insane.
Like it's that's why it's a 1. 3 long interacts is ridiculous. 2 is ridiculous. 3 is just insane. Like I can't even picture that. Much less the tight corridors trying to find where it goes. Like it is just
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I did have it at a 3, but now thinking about all the long interacts, I think I I think I will drop the objective to a 2. I think it's a cool idea. Um, and I just it's very unique compared to Like you could tell they were wanting to do something different with like the core idea, what they were doing with their gameplay loop. But 3 long interacts is fucking ridiculous.
It's
Um,
crazy.
but I do appreciate them trying something new. So they get 1 point for that. So I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, they tried. They did try something new. It just most of it, that map just ruined all those mechanics.
Yeah.
It's just too tight of a map for 3 long interacts. That needs to be like the biggest map in the game. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 long interacts. I didn't even think that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I think it's my worst objective out of all of them, I believe, because 3 long interacts is just no one wants to sit. You basically have to run the perk to make them faster, and it's still not that much quicker, but it at least helps. Guys, any other remarks on the end?
The demons.
Oh yeah, I guess you do gotta do. I don't. Yeah, I just want to get off this map. The demons. So they're just spiders. I think there's different kinds. I don't know if they do anything different. I don't remember. They have like different ones. There's like a white one, like a green one, maybe a red one. I swear they look different. I might just be crazy, but this is my least played map by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 2. They're not like a 1. They're not horrible, but it's the same thing. The map's so tight. You get like 4 spiders on the one staircase you need to go up. You're out of luck. Or when you're
And
out
don't
of the
forget the
corner and there's
webs.
like the room's full of spiders. It's ridiculous. Like it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 as well. So they are annoying to deal with, and the fact that they can just completely fuck off with the eggs, super annoying. Which that's something some of these other guys will do too.
Yep.
We'll get to them later, but that is annoying that they'll do that. And then I think is the only one that also leaves behind like a passive thing that you have to burn, not just the spiders themselves, but they're gonna block a lot of the pathways with webs, which is already annoying in these tight corridors,
Yep.
trying to get away from stuff, and then you throw the webs and spiders on top of that. It's too much. I gave him a 2 out of 5.
All right. So overall, that gave me the end at an 8 out of 20.
And that is also what I have.
Oh, you did do an 8. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just we may have had the. No, I think we had you had a 3 and then a 2 objectives. So they're a little different. 8 for a different reason, but no matter how you look at it, it's obviously like you went from the best map to like pretty easily the worst.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I was a little scared after that one because we played that one when it came out. Like the map just came out and we played it and we're like, ooh, it's cool,
Well,
it's new, but now
yeah.
looking back on it, now that it's not new anymore, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I
Yep.
don't even want to
We're
think about it
not
anymore.
gonna
We
get
can move
off of
on.
it. And the next is it the town, I believe?
It is, and here
No.
I believe is where we're gonna start to differ
Yeah, yeah.
greatly.
So far we've mostly agreed. I've been a little harsher, but I think this is where the rest of these maps they're all gonna be way different. We're gonna actually have to talk more about it. But we got the town, the fourth map in the game. The map design, I think it's pretty obvious if you watch me play this map. It's a 5. I love the map. It's all open, but it's got like a ton of buildings. I just love like you can go anywhere on the map basically. You can go up to the church and drop back down into the I don't know what building. I don't know if it's the saloon or what one or the bank, but you can drop straight down from up top to get away from them. Boy, and you have the 2 roads that go up top. I just love how it's outdoors. It's in like west. Like it's just so cool looking. I love the variety in buildings are all different. Some have basements, some have upstairs, some are just one story. It's pretty cool. So I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, okay, map design, at least we can for sure agree there. I also gave it a 5. Yeah, I mean, you're really not trapped anywhere extremely. Um, it fits the vibe. It's definitely like this Wild West sort of ghost town thing. Cool little saloons and little fashioned banks in a mine, and having the church like central on this hill and that being your ritual area. Um, it's definitely like this is the spot that you need to be. You know, it sort of grabs your attention in that way. It's nice, and it's mostly outdoors, which is unique to this map.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like all outdoors, but there's so many buildings you can be indoors a lot too. It gives you the freedom.
Yeah, it's like a whole little town. Very cool. 5 out of 5 for the map design.
The whole little town, huh? That's why they named it that.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next? Azazel. This one I'm still split on, honestly. I just gave it this because it made the rankings make more sense than I was sitting on a 3. I thought it was pretty average, but I did bump it up to a 4 because it does fit the design well. He is a sheriff, and once again, it's not just the design system too. And him, he's the first one that can actually hurt you while he's not mad. He can just randomly shoot you. Well, he can shoot you while he's mad too, which will slow you down. That's also unique. Is it the first one that can do that too? Anyone else
Yeah.
before this? It is. It's the first one that can slow you down while they're chasing you, but he can also just insta down you while he's just walking around. Like it'll just one shot you if you stand out in the open. So you can say that a good or bad thing. I think it's pretty unique because it's the first time we've seen it. And him being a sheriff, obviously it fits the design. And I think he looks kind of goofy when he's running around. I think he looks around like really fast. So I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 2. Um, there's our first like real
Yeah, our
big
first big one.
gap. Uh, Not a big fan of him. Um, the slowdowns with the gun is
Yeah.
extremely annoying, and he's fucking dead accurate with it.
Oh yeah, no, he'll hit you if you don't
Um,
put cover in between. Yeah.
we'll we'll run into another one here in a minute that has a slowdown, but way less accurate with it. So I think it's a lot less of an issue
Like
with
he's
him.
like hit scan, the other guy is
But
not, basically.
yeah, yeah, with him he's dead accurate with it. I mean his design's fine. It's just like the sort of sheriff thing, and it never really was that intriguing to me. And the gun just brings it down, and so that's why I gave it a 2.
No, I thought you probably would hate that mechanic. The ejector. I'm curious on what you think of this. It's also the most unique so far because you have to get the books. You have to like light the I don't know what you call it, the ritual things, and you have to put the book. Well, you have to. So you have to find the book with the key to like unlock it. You have to get matches and light the ritual things that are lit. You can't do them in any order. Then you have to get the book and light the book. Then you have to go up top and burn it. So it actually is a lot of work. I didn't think about that. But I still really like it. I think it fits well because of how big the map is. It makes it a bit more balanced, where you can't just quickly get it all done.
Yeah.
I gave it a 5, but now that I'm thinking about all the steps, it could be a 4. I could see it being more like being a 4 'cause I forgot how many steps there are. But I'll leave it at a 5.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 because of the amount of
The
just
amount of
bullshit
steps,
steps
yeah,
it's
I
doing,
didn't
yeah.
think about that until I
It's
started
all those
talking.
steps. Bonus, no long interacts. Oh, well, no, there's one with the gas, but it's only like technical long interact that you do where you're sitting there holding the button. Because like you put the book, you just put the book down, right? And it does it on its
Well, I
own.
think you have to like go into the circle with the book. Might be a long interact.
I thought you just looked at the circle and hit E and it
You
put the
may
book
have
in it.
had to. I don't remember. It may have been that easy. You're right. 'Cause I think it started like glowing and doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think that's a long interact. You do have to wait, but you're not stuck in one spot.
Yep.
So you have the one long interact with the gas, so that's fine for as many steps as there are. But it is unique, so it's got to have some points for being unique.
Yeah. It
So that's
may
why I
be the
gave it a
most
3.
unique, but I don't remember. We'll have to see when we get on here. So far, it's definitely the most unique out of the first.
Yeah, it's not too annoying. Really, it's just kind of convoluted and the one long interact. So I mean, I give it a 3. It's unique.
I also like how when you set him off, you get the single gunshots. Very iconic.
Yeah, that is cool. Okay, well, let's talk about the bane of my
Yeah, the
existence.
Vanguard instance. The demons, they are like flying ghost things, spirits. I don't know what they are. Um, there's a couple issues with them. Like in terms of design, I think they're really cool. They'd be like a 4, but I had to bring it down because of two specific things. They can fly through walls and they dodge you. They're the only ones that can dodge you. And every time you go to stun them, they'll always dodge left or right. You have to turn every single time. So the main issue is they can take a book and they'll just fly through the wall with it, and then they're gone. You ain't going through that wall with them. So that's the main reason why I brought down. I did give it a 2. I'm sure I know what you gave it, but I still gave it a 2 because I think they look really cool and it's like it fits the vibe well. Like they're like flying around the desert. I thought it looked really cool with the map, but I could see why most people probably are gonna.
If I could give it negative points, I would. I gave it a 1 out of 5. I fucking hate them. So, yes, they can fly through walls, and they dodge. Two, it's totally unique to them out of all the demons and all the maps. They're the only ones that can do that, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it makes it way harder
On
on the
top of
player.
that, on top of that, they're the first ones that's of all. I don't remember the end like that, but I think we're talking about annoyingly overwhelming. There are like 30 of them flying around you at one time, and once they start converging on you, you're completely out of UV. You're getting fucking shot in the back by the sheriff guy at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
I I don't even like talking about him. They're a 1, and I
That's a
would give them
good
less if I could.
Yeah, that's a good reason. I think this might be the first map where they get insanely overwhelming, and it's a trend that sadly continues from here on out. This
Yeah,
was the
yeah, it is.
first one that started the trend. Like the other maps, they do get crazy. Like I remember Farmhouse, the demons do start crawling everywhere. But the town is very iconic, and some of the ones after they're just everywhere. You'll find a group of them, and they just follow you. You ain't getting away from them 'cause they fly.
Yep. So that's I think that's no, never mind. It's not the first 1 out of 10 that I've give, but
No, I'd hope not.
it'd be
Not
the
not
first
for
one I
long.
give negative points to if I could.
Yeah,
I
it would
hate
be your
them.
lowest ranking if you could give one like the lowest one.
Yep. Yep, absolutely hate them. Don't ever want to see them again. It would be the reason I never play town again. It's because of demons. So
If the demons were, let's just say, switching with Asylum, it would be my top map in terms of ranking. It'd drop Asylum to 2. The only difference between Asylum and the town, which are my top 2 so far, is mainly the demons. That was the big decider between
yeah,
them. That's actually the only reason they're different. They'd be identical. Demons could
yep.
decide. So for me, the town is comes in at a 16 out of 20.
Comes in at an 11 out of 20 for me.
Yeah, so I knew we got a
It's
big difference. Mainly, I think it was it
Azazel and the
design and
demons.
objective, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess Demon's 1 lower, Azazel is like 2 lower, so that was a big one, and the objective was
1 lower, or
was
maybe
only
2.
1.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some differences there. It's one of my favorites. Like I could easily put this as my favorite, but if I'm being objective, it's probably the second. All
Okay.
right, there is the first board done. We're gonna move on to leave the Slaughterhouse.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, this map is very divisive. Some people like love it. Other people think it's the worst map in the game. Like people hate this map, but some people don't think it's too bad. So we'll see
Yeah, I
where we
don't.
fall here. This one might be the most divisive map in the game. I'm not sure. Um,
I
Map
think it is.
design. It's pretty generous on. It's actually my highest one out of the ones for this map. I gave it a 4. I really like the setting. I think it's in like Chicago or something. I think. Obviously, you don't know because it's inside. It's fully indoors, which you think, oh, that's going to be terrible, but no, it's very spacious, like Asylum was. I love just it fits the game. It's a slaughterhouse in a horror game. It fits it so well. I like how there. It can be good or bad. The crawling vents are cool because they let you get around the map, but oh my god, you're slow in those things. If you're getting chased, you're done. So I gave it a 4.
Yeah. Okay. I gave it a 3. There's a lot of bullshit dead ends up at the top floor. Um, like, where's that one? You gotta like crawl under a vent behind this room to get behind a chair
Yep.
that's at the end of this hallway,
Yep.
and that's the only way back out. So and it also kind of ties into the objective, which we'll get to that in a minute. But I just there's some with the dead ends. I do agree. So I give it a 3 because like yeah, it is cool. It's a slaughterhouse in a horror game, like you said. You gotta have something like that. It kind of kind of grindhouse feely, kind of Texas Chainsaw vibe, with that
Yeah.
sort of. But just the actual design of certain areas of the map itself, rather than the aesthetics, kind of bring it down for me.
Honestly, I might drop it to 3. I didn't think about that room. The only way to get into it is through that vent, and you're trapped. You're completely trapped back there, and it always puts the guys that crawl around that you have to kill to get the key or the bone. There's always one back there every time. They're always in those vents. Like, honestly, oh man, I may have to. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Can't decide if that's one of them. I don't know. May drop the objective because you have to go for those crawly guys. I forgot how annoying that was. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, my objective score is pretty low.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'll take it off of objective instead of the map design. The vents are a problem, but they're a problem because of the objective main issue.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll keep it at a 4. But so next we got Azazel. It's I'm not sure who it is, but he's wearing like a pig mask, but he can go onto all fours and run around, and he can crawl through the vents, obviously. So I think he looks pretty decent. He's nothing too crazy, but he's not boring either. So I just gave it a 3. I thought he was pretty mid.
I give him a 4, I think. Yeah, I give him a 4. So, he fits sort of this whole map is chaotic as fuck, like extremely wild. You're hearing like I don't know. I just the vibe of like late game on this map. You hear the fucking freezer thing going off, like "Rant," and there's fucking pigs everywhere, and then you hear him fucking running all fours at you with this pig mask, and it's like this skinny dude. Um, it's freaky, and because he's running on all fours. He's the first one that kind of does that, unless you count the spider girl from the inn,
He
but that's
actually
kind of like
does
on all
straight up
eights.
start crawling. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think also in general, which this could just be bias, like confirmation bias. I think he's the fastest one just in general.
I'm
Like in
pretty
general
sure I've
speed, I think
heard
he's the
that.
fastest.
Yeah, I've heard that, which makes people hate this map even more. 'Cause this map's already
So
crazy, so that
yeah,
don't help.
his speed insane. He looks pretty fucking freaky, and he fits this like chaotic vibe that the map has going on, especially late game. I get so. I mean, I think he deserves a 4.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if this will raise or lower your score. I don't even. I see this in the Zazel thing. This is the only map when he kills you, it makes a pool of blood form, and you take damage and walk slowly through that blood, and it lasts a long time.
Right, that is
You're
true.
that makes the map even more crazy. If he does that in an event or in a doorway, it's gonna be there for I don't know how long it lasts, but it feels like a while. It slows you down and hurts you when you try to walk through it.
That and his death tunnel thing is like a fucking obstacle course.
Yeah, the end was kinda like that too. You had to crawl through, like, the right one that wasn't blocked off with webs. I didn't really consider that
Yeah.
too heavily in my rankings, like, getting back, but some of them are pretty crazy. The Slaughterhouse one's fun, but it's if you wanna get back, you hurry up, stop crawling away from me.
Yeah.
So far it's at a 7 with 2 categories, it's not bad, but the issue is the last 2 drop it all the way off the map. It's the objective. I had it in 2, but I dropped it to 1. I hate having to go look for those guys to get that bone. It is frustrating. It is too hard to go find those guys crawling in some random vent across the map to get the bone. Then you have to go get the pig. You already have to long interact to oil up the machine. You gotta go put the pig up top. You gotta long interact the pig going down. There's a lot of long interacts and there's a lot of steps. Like it is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the freezer shuts, so if it shuts, you have to crawl to get into that room. So the only way to get in is through a vent now. Get into the like ritual looking room. It is insane.
Yeah, I agree. Objective, I don't like at all. I also gave it a 1. And it was solely for the guys. Like, this is the first time you have to actually hunt down your like bait, you know? All the other ones, the bait is, dedicated spawns. They don't move
Yep.
unless like a goat comes and eats all the hay, and then they respawn somewhere else.
Actually, if you can't find the guy, I don't think he just magically respawns. You have to go find him. If you
Right.
can't find him, you're out of luck. And they run
Yeah. So
away too, and they use your
having to hunt.
UV.
Yes. Yes. All that. So hunting and having to kill the bait adds a level of bullshit that really didn't need to be here.
There's already a lot of
um.
steps, and that made it worse.
So yeah, I also gave it a 1.
All right, so the demons, the last one here. This is the only thing that could help make save the map, put it up closer, but it doesn't. I also gave it a 1. I think they're why are the demons pigs when you're already going after pigs? I just don't like that at all. It's not unique. It is so boring, in my opinion. I just don't like. I know it fits the slaughterhouse. There's pigs in there, but I don't like it. They're annoying, and I think they do like some stupid charge attack if I remember correctly.
Oh, do
Maybe.
they? They
Maybe
might.
they may have done some supercharge check. I don't remember. The thing I didn't like about it was that you're going for pigs, and they're putting more pigs on the map. Like I don't know, and they get overwhelming too. They are everywhere. They're very quick.
Yes. Yeah. Uh. Ooh, I didn't really consider it that much. I was just like, it's pigs at the slaughterhouse. But they can get in the way and sort of be. Um. It's easy to get them confused accidentally or lose a fine pig because there's so many demon pigs in the way. I gave it a 4. Um. Mostly just because like they I don't remember them doing too much crazy shit. Like it's sort of the same thing with Asylum. I don't remember too many bad experiences with the pigs themselves, but I do agree that they can cause some issues just because you're already going after pigs as like your ritual item. So why are we doing pigs and then like boars?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only one where like they're basically the same thing. They just look a little different.
Yeah,
That's why I gave it
but I
1.
did
I
give
thought
it a
it's very
4.
ununique. That's going to change our rankings drastically. That's a 3
Yeah.
spot difference. We were pretty much agreeing until then. So after all that, the slaughterhouse gets a 9 out of 20.
Oh damn! I gave it a 12. Well, what was your final on town? I don't think we.
I don't say it. I mean, 16 out of 20. There's
I was
7 spot
11.
different. I see
Yeah.
how slaughterhouse was. Honestly, we'll share the final rankings at the end of the video to make it easy, and we'll discuss all of them overall. Our ranking. Yeah, slaughterhouse. I did not. The objective ruined the map. It's such a good map.
It does. The objective does bring it down a lot.
And we are moving on to the manor, I believe. We got 2 more left. As of the recording, they should be adding more future.
Most likely.
Yep, we got the manor. Really banger soundtrack. It's the only one I can even remember. So good. Love the soundtrack to it.
Okay.
Map design. I gave it a 4. I like the map. It is. I love manners in horror games. Like one of my favorite things is manners. I like how you have the manor. You have the underground part to drown the heads in. Then you got the front area. You got the back area. There's a lot of areas. Then you have the entire shadow realm, which is a very unique mechanic. So you have a lot of area to go around in, and it is a building, but it's relatively generous to get away because you can use a mirror to go into the mirror dimension, get away from Azazel instead of just being trapped. Like the corridors are kind of tight, but you can always escape. So most rooms have a mirror. So once you memorize where the mirrors are at, or I think they switch a little bit, but once you know, I don't think it's too bad to get around, and the outside area is super easy to run around.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I gave it a 4 out of 5 as well. There's really not much bad about the map design for the manor. It's cool little elegant manor thing. I like having the ritual room completely separate. One downside is it is that sort of only one way in and out of the ritual room. But it's one of those things where it's like a risk reward. Like you better make sure you're ready if you're going down there
Yeah.
because there's only one way out. And that's sort of the design for most of the ritual rooms anyway, so you can't really knock it too much.
Yep.
But having it nice and separated from the manor is good. Really love the design. Like this, it's sort of like the snowy. It is kind of snowy, isn't it? Or am I making that up?
Thank you, Mickey. And it could be, but I don't think.
Something about that, like build that like gazebo building, and then the graves next to it. I felt like there was like frost on the
And it could have been a little
bushes,
frosty.
but I could just be making that up. But that's the vibe it gives either way.
Yeah, there's like snow falling on the screen when you're playing. I'm looking at the recording of it.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
like actually no, it is snowy. No, you're actually right. I just never know. No, it's actually like full. I think the snow gets heavier is what happens. It gets madder. I
Okay.
believe the snowfall increases to make it harder to. That's
That makes
actually a
sense.
good mechanic. I didn't think about that.
So I like that. I like the snowy, nice little outdoor sections of it. Um, and the like elegant manner of and then the mirror dimension. Obviously, it brings it to a whole new level. Especially with escape routes, you got a lot of options. So I do like the map design quite a bit.
Then we got Azazel. She had her wedding, didn't go well, so she's in like her gown. She flies, which is pretty creepy. She like turns like upside down. I don't know if it's all the time or randomly. When she's flying, she'll be like flying at you upside down. So I gave that a 4. I liked that part, how she can fly and in the gown it fits the map well, and she like, goes upside down, does crazy stuff. So I gave it a 4.
Yeah. Same. I also gave it a 4. There is something that's freaky about like this, like the what's the word? Like the scorned bride sort of ghost uh trope that you get, and I think they did it well here. Design, she's in the upper echelon, I think, of the scarier ones. I mean, you can't beat Asylum, but she's up there. She screams a lot. She makes a lot of
And she
fuck ass
talks a
noises.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, and she's very threatening with
She
her
is.
words. You'll
Yes.
a lot of the times when you pacify her or whatever, she'll be like, "I'll get you, you fuckers." It's
Yeah, she
like,
gets
okay,
mad.
all right. So she's like a pretty easy 4 out of 5. Yeah. Um, no real complaints, really, with her.
No, I didn't give it a 5, but I don't really have any complaints. It just peak tier.
She's
That's
not like
for
overly unique enough, like
yeah. She's not
to be a 5,
Molly.
but yeah, but solid, very solid.
Yep. All right, the objective. This one, honestly, I have it at 4. I kind of want to give it a 3, but I'll leave it at a 4 just since that's what I have. Because having to search for the people and bury them and all that, it is kind of a hassle. So I probably should have given more like a 3. But I thought it was pretty cool. I was mainly thinking of when you get the heads. You have to go into the Shadow Realm. That's how you get the heads with the cake. You have to do a long interact to drown them. And you can go put them back in the Shadow Realm because the crows cannot take the heads if they're in the Shadow Realm. So it gives you a way to keep some of the objectives without having to instantly go do it, or they're going to be flying around with the heads. Then you got to memorize where the people are at. Go put it down. You got a long interact to bury it. You got to have the shovel. It's a lot of steps. So I probably should have dropped it. Because you also have to have the shovel with you. To bury 'em. Quite a bit of work.
Yeah, I also gave it a 4 actually. I mean, I don't know. I just there's something about it that I get a little bit more enjoyment out of. I mean, it's 2 long interacts, but that's not insane,
Well, it is at
really,
least
compared to some
separate
of these
from
other
the
maps.
main building. Like drowning the heads, you're in your own
Yeah,
area. Burying the
you got
people, most of them are pretty far from the main.
you got a big enough area that you can justify 2 long interacts, I think. Um, but yeah, just it incorporates the mirror dimension well, and you get a great spot that you can just pile the heads so that you
Yep.
can rush the placing them on the bodies. Um, but yeah, oh, is digging it up actually a long interact, or like not digging it up, but like
Burying
burying
them,
the
yep.
body back?
Yeah, that's a long. That's the same.
But like I said, you got enough room kind of to justify, because especially since those are all outdoors, so you have some escape routes with it being outside that you can justify the long interacts. It's all right. It's not too bad. I gave it a 4, just because mostly enjoyment of doing it, going in and out of the mirror dimension, and nothing's like too annoying with it. It didn't feel like it, at least, and that's partially probably because of the map design
Yeah.
itself. Um, and also you don't have to hunt your bait. You have to hunt the guys, but you do that anyways with all the other ones, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yep. And then last would be the demons. They are crows. They're kind of like the towns, but nowhere near as hard because they don't dodge and they feel a little slower. I'm not completely sure. They may be about the same. So I gave it a 3. I thought they're average. They can get a little annoying because they do get pretty hectic because they can fly. So if you're outside, they're just gonna fly over the hedges and come get you. They don't have to go around like you do. They can get a bit overwhelming, and then when they take your head, they can get away pretty quickly. So I just gave it a 3.
Yep, that's what I gave it. Mainly because they're better than the the guys on the town because they can't dodge. That is the big one. So yeah, they fly. They don't fly through walls though, I don't think, and they can't dodge your flashlight. So they're a lot more manageable. But yeah, I dropped them down mostly because they do fuck off with the heads really quickly, and that's annoying to deal with.
Yep.
So they get a 3 for the crows.
I think that's it for that one. I gave it a 15 out of 20. It's pretty strong.
Hey, so did I. 15 out of 20.
Okay, so we actually completely agreed on that one. That's good. We both say it's a pretty solid map.
It's solid.
And then
It's
we got
my direct right in the middle map.
oh really? That's the third map for me. Just because mine are I'm a little harsher on mine, so 15's pretty high for me.
Yeah.
But we got one more map, the newest map that only came out I don't know, like 5, 6 months ago, something like that.
I think we'll disagree on this one a lot too.
Yeah, from what it sounds like. Well, I don't think it's not going to be as big as the town though. I don't. I got Carnival here. We got the map design. I gave it a 4. It's pretty cool. Honestly, I was wanting to get lower. I was just disappointed, honestly. I had too high of expectations when I heard it's a Carnival. I was thinking a lot more like Carnival than what we got instead of one like carousel and that was it. Like it's more of like I don't know what you call it, like a underneath the map, I guess. That's where most of the map takes place. You know, not really above ground too often. All the dolls are underground, unless one of them runs up top. So I think it was a little disappointing for it being called the Carnival and has like one carnival ride there, and then it has the Fun House, which it's cool. Like it's pretty cool, but most of the map takes place where it doesn't even feel like a carnival.
We could have called it the Fun House.
Yeah, the Fun House probably made more.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 though. I don't know. I'm a sucker for carnival designs and like clown shit and horror. Ever since Affected the Carnival came out on the Oculus way back in the day. But
Oh, okay.
I like carnival stuff when they do it if it's done well enough. There's not a lot, but I think what we get is cool. It's aesthetic. The room with all the eyeballs is kind of freaky.
Yep.
And the other thing is you get multiple access points down to the bottom, and you have that way to drop down.
Yeah, right
So
in the
you have a
middle.
lot of escape routes to put some distance between you and him. Now he can jump down there too, which I think is the first time that one of them can do that.
Yep.
But at least you have escape options because it does slow him down quite a bit for him to jump down there.
I feel like on the town he can jump down. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, and maybe he can, but I feel like he could
Maybe,
fill a town. But
maybe,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. It's the only reason I gave it a 4, and it could have been lower. I was just disappointed with what I pictured in my head. I had too much. I hyped it up too much in my. I
Yeah, I
got
didn't have
disappointed with it.
I didn't really have too many expectations, so I just get to see carnival stuff, and I was happy with it. So I gave it a 5.
Azazel, this one I think we're gonna differ a lot. I only gave it a 2. Here it's kind of creepy the first time I played it, but now it's just like I think he looks kind of goofy. Like I don't take him seriously at all. I think he looks just like, and for it being Kai and that, I was like, dude, he's like crazy. He's like eating kids' eyeballs and stuff. Like he is crazy. He's just kind of goofy looking. Like you think he's tall and scary, but no, he just looks kind of goofy to me.
I gave him a 4. Kai is a goofy guy, and he's like my main. I love Kai. Um, I mean, he is goofy, but it's also a carnival, and he's a clown. So I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that they do with that is sort of almost like a black comedy, sort of like tongue-in-cheek bullshit, where it's like, yeah, he's doing this heinous stuff, but he's a weird dude and a clown,
Yep.
and he's a competitive eating championship, and he's a competitive eating champion. Like that's his backstory,
Yep.
and he's eating eyeballs. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I can't help. I have to give bonus points just because it's Kai, and give him a 4.
For the objective, I actually gave it a 5. I don't know if it really deserves it 'cause it's simple, but after the objectives we had on the last couple, which have been pretty complicated, I think this one's pretty easy. And there's no long interacts. I kind of like how they went back to simplifying it. The machine's annoying 'cause it talks to you nonstop every time you walk in. It says like the same 3 lines. It's so annoying. But I wasn't gonna dock it for that. But just get the coins. You can get all the coins at the beginning. You can get all the boxes basically at the beginning. You don't have to do much after you set up. It's pretty simple. Got to find the kids, let it blow up, which that takes a little bit of time, but it's not an interact, so you can run away. So I give it a 5. I thought it flowed really well. The setup feels quick. The map feels quick. I liked it.
Yeah, I gave it a 5. It's sort of your simple standard gameplay loop with no long interacts. That is always gonna get a 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, no long interacts helps it so much.
Yeah.
They balance it out by having the kids have to wait for the box to blow up, so that makes it is a long interact, but you're not actually interacting basically, but it does take the
Yeah,
time.
you have the ability to run away if you need to.
Yes, you can leave it if you have to. And it doesn't seem like it's too bad. You don't really get cornered. There's like what that one spot in the sewers, and that's it.
There's
The only
one dead
dead
end,
end.
but
Well,
it's not a
besides
deep
the
dead end.
fortune teller room, I guess. Everywhere
Yeah.
else, you can technically get away. There are
But it's not
tight
a very deep
corners,
dead
but it's
end.
not too bad. Yeah, it's not deep.
It's only like 2 steps before you're up the stairs, and you can take a left or a right out of there. So it is a dead end, but it's not the worst
And once you
like
know the
some of
map,
those
you
other
should
ones.
never be going down it anyways. There's nothing down there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so we got one more. We got the demons. I gave them a 3. They're okay. I actually gave them a 1 to start 'cause I really just didn't like them. The fact they're overwhelming. There's too many of them, but I gave it a 3. I just gave it like an average score. I like how you can see their eyes before you can see them, so you can kind of start trying to avoid them. See their eyes from way out there, because obviously it's pitch black on most of the map. But
Hmm.
there's too many of them. They are everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. No, I give them a 3 as well. Like they do definitely keep up with the trend of way too many. They're just completely overwhelming in that way, but they're sort of just like your standard demons. I mean, they're monkeys. They fit the design, and it is nice that you can see them far away with the red eyes. But on the flip side, the kids also have red eyes, so you can kind of get
Yeah,
mixed up
that
until you
does
get a little bit
happen. It'll
closer,
confuse you. You're like, oh, it's a kid, and then you walk up to a freaking monkey trying to get you.
charging at you. So they get a 3. They're not overtly the worst mechanics wise. They're pretty standard, but there are a lot of them.
Yeah, there's just too many. That's what dropped it. They're not bad. This map's very simple. They went back to being simple. This one after some of the more advanced mechanics.
Yeah, they kind of went back to the basics, and I think it paid off. Total for me, I gave it a 17 out of 20. It's my second map in the game.
Really, mine's a 14 out of 20, which isn't it's only 3 off, so it's not our biggest difference. Mainly is the Azazel design is the main why it was different. I only
Yeah.
gave him a 2. You gave him like a 4 probably. Because I didn't really
Hmm.
like how goofy it was. In my head, I pictured something different, but you liked
Yeah.
it. All right, I think that's all of them. Read through mine, and then you can read through yours real quick. Then we can discuss the overall our opinions. Well, and I'll show it on the screen. I'll show our rankings on the screen now. You can actually see them. So I got Asylum at 1 with 18 out of 20. The town at 2 was 16 out of 20. The Manor at 3 with 15 out of 20. The Carnival at 4 with 14 out of 20. Farmhouse at 5 with 13 out of 20. Slaughterhouse at 6 with 9 out of 20. And the Inn 7 with 8 out of 20.
All right. Um, I've got the Asylum at number one, obviously, with the 20 out of 20. Perfect score. I think it's a great map. Carnival at number two kind of surprised me a little bit. 17 out of 20. And then Farmhouse with a 16 out of 20. Manor at four with a 15 out of 20. That's like the dead even map.
Yep.
Slaughterhouse at five with a 12 out of 20. Town at six with an 11 out of 20. And then the Inn at seven with an 8 out of 20.
So obviously, town was the biggest difference. But in terms of the numbers, it wasn't that different. But in terms of the ranking, it was way different. We
Mm-hmm.
swapped it basically 2 and 6. So that's pretty crazy. But I had it at 16. You had it like so it's only like a 5 difference. It sounds worse than
Yeah.
because mine are generally lower scores than yours, so it doesn't make it
Yeah.
as bad. But yeah, that's it. I'd say so. What the game? It started pretty strong. The end just it's like a dark spot. And obviously, I love the town. You didn't like it as much, so you had a little bit of a slump there. I thought it's pretty good. They kind of have a trend of doing like two good, one bad. Kind of what the trend
Yeah.
is like right now. So sadly, we should be due for a bad map. Technically, trend can
Yeah.
there's
For me, it
Manor
really
and
is.
Carnival.
For me, it really is like a three-game slump that they hit with In Town and Slaughterhouse, and then they kind of brought it back with Manor, and then really grounded themselves again with Carnival. That's why my ranking is the way it is. Just after three maps that I was kind of like, about. They were kind of. It's
They
nice to
brought it
see a good
back.
return
Yep.
to form. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't seem to like the maps that are way different. Like the town is
yeah,
way different. So is the inn. But yeah, I have like so my top 5, so Asylum, Town, Manor, Carnival, and Farmhouse. I'm fine playing any of those maps. Slaughterhouse, I'm iffy on if I'd play it. The Inn is the only map I never like. I will never play again unless I just really need to do a challenge. And then Slaughterhouse, more than likely, I'd rather not play it unless I have to, but I will. And then the other 5, I'm fine playing them. I'm completely fine.
yeah. Let me see. Yeah, there's really no point of ever playing it again. I don't think I wouldn't. Town's fine. I would probably play it mainly because you would still play it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it solo. It just too annoying.
Ooh,
It'd be getting me.
I never thought about if I look at these maps as a solo player, what ones would I actually play? It'd probably still be actually it'd probably be the top 5. I wouldn't play Slaughterhouse solo. I would never do that. I'd only play it co-op.
Slaughterhouse, I don't want to fuck with solo. Would not fuck with it solo. Yeah, and then Manor, Farmhouse, Carnival, Asylum are all ones that I would enjoy playing again.
Okay, okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Obviously, you guys can leave some comments down below with your rankings or if you have any questions about ours. Like my rankings are not set. Like as we were talking, I literally wanted to change. There's like two I did change Slaughterhouse. I actually dropped one. It didn't change the ranking at all. But I could see like I could see a couple of these switching spots because they're all really close. They're all within one of each other or becoming a tie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say I'm good. 5 of the 7 maps they made, I'm fine playing. 2 of them, no. 1 of them, I definitely will never play again unless I'm recording something or doing a challenge. So yeah, no, I think they did a pretty good job with the maps. Like they're pretty consistent releasing them, and they've mostly been good.
Yeah. Yeah, the majority of them have been good. They've really only had one stinker,
Yeah,
and there's
they've only
people that
had the
like
one
it,
bad
so
one. Yeah, yeah, there's plenty of people. I think we're the only ones that like absolutely hate the map. Other people think it's like mid. I just do not like it. It's just a pain. It is such a hassle to play that map. But I
Yeah.
guess that's it. Do you have any closing remarks or anything?
Um, we should do pacify now.
Yeah, if we can ever beat that last map. That map is so hard. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that
That's
thing is
only has
freaking
like what
crazy.
3 or 4 maps. It's not that many.
Yeah, I think it's. I want to say it's 4.
Honestly, I would guarantee I could pull up the list and make it easily like quick ranking because I hate. Well, I don't hate it, but the second map, that farm map, is so goofy. It is like, what is that map?
The buildup is so terrifying, and then you see
Yes,
the guy, and you're like, oh,
it's a girl, isn't it? I think it's a girl. I keep calling them a guy. I thought
oh yeah, it is. It is.
it's the goofiest map. Like it makes you crack up when you see them running around eating chickens. It's ridiculous.
It is.
At least all the Devour maps are scary. There's not like a goofy map that makes no sense.
No, even the little bit of goofiness that's in Asylum is, or not Asylum, in Carnival. It's still
Yeah, I was about to say Asylum just has there's nothing goofy about that map.
in Carnival. It's still like it's still overtly trying to be a horror game.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
it's
what.
still really dark.
Yeah, it's just more like a black comedy, dark comedy, sort of blend between comedy and horror. I don't know what the hell going on that farmhouse map in Pacify now.
Yeah, that's a whole different type of farmhouse than the one in this game. It's just and I think they've even made changes to make it like scary and it still didn't not a terrible map design, but it makes no sense in that.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that's it. We'll make more videos. Obviously as new maps come out, we may make a different type of ranking if we can think of others, or if you have any ideas on stuff to rank in this game or others, you can let us know in the comments. But I guess that's it. So if you guys liked it, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.